Hi everyone, my name is Karan Pichhin and today I am here to give my presentation that is basically totally on fraud detection and fraud prevention. Here is my presentation. Here is the introduction of my presentation. Basically, the fraud detection and prevention is very important component of effective communication practices because these practices are important for the safeguarding the organization's assets and property and maintaining the financial integrities. And this also helps to the ability to detect and prevent frauds that helps in reducing the financial losses which we face in our organization, and it also helps in avoiding the legal consequences also. Additionally, it also preserves the reputation of an organization among the stakeholders and the public also. After that, here is the definition and the types of the frauds. Basically, the fraud is a planned act fraud that is basically used for the personal profit or to make a loss to another party, like to make a loss of a company also. And these are basically two types of fraud detection techniques. Basically, the first one is data monitoring and analysis, and the second one is whistleblower program. Technique, fraud technique, detection techniques, data monitoring, and data analysis. Data monitoring basically it refers to the regular reviews of transactions and financial records. In this data monitoring, the, it refers to that to make a regular review on the financial transactions and the financial assets to identify the unexpected actions so that could indicate fraud, like to detect the un to detect the and to identify the unexpected actions that could be happened or that could be integrated to a fraud. After that, the data analysis is basically the data analysis technique is to detect unusual pattern that may not be visible during the routine checks. It refers to that, like when we are doing the when we are doing the routine checkups of the financial transactions, and the it could not be visible on that time. This technique includes the trend analysis, like the trend of profit or loss, also, and network analysis to identify hidden relationships and the patterns also. And the example tools are the data analysis softwares like ACL, IDEA, and the fraud detection technique too, that is whistleblower programs. Here is it. So yeah, basically the purpose of the whistleblower program technique is to make sure that the employees, the contractors, and the clients that they are reporting the suspected fraud. Like if they are if they found any kind of suspected fraud, the, they should report. They should report, like the employers, the contractors, or and the clients. If they find any kind of suspected fraud, they should report. And the implementation steps of the technique to whistleblower program is the first is to make clear confidential communication channels. The communication is very important in any kind of businesses. It is very important communication because so it should be clear and confidential in the channel. It refers that who are communicating, their names should be confidential. And second one is to make sure that to make sure the protection from the retaliation. Third one is provide guidelines on reporting and handling the reported cases. It refers to that the guidelines should be provided on the reporting and handling and the cases of handling reported. And the last one is the regular training and the communication to make sure the awareness and understanding of a whistleblower system. It refers to that the employers, the contractors, and the clients the employers should get regular training and communication to make sure the awareness, like they should be aware and they should be better understandable of the whistleblower system, like how the whistleblower system works and how can they use the whistleblower system to report the suspected fraud in the organization. And they should get the regular training. Yeah. The next is the importance of fraud detection. Basically, the fraud detection is very important, as I earlier told, for an organization. Which the first one is the impact of fraud on the businesses. The fraud detection is very important because it also have a bad impact on the businesses. If we are having a fraud in our business, it may refers to the financial losses, and it also harms the business's reputation also, and it also legal consequences of the undetected frauds. It also refers to the legal consequences of undetected frauds. After that, the next part is the fraud prevention. Basically, the fraud prevention involves the policies and procedures implemented by an organization to reduce fraud risks. It includes identifying potential fraud risks, designing and implementing controls to reduce these risks. It also enhancing an environment of transparency is also three aspect of. Um, After that, the fraud prevention, and basically the aim of the fraud prevention is to identify the risk before fraud occurs, and it also ensures that the security of assets and the integrity of financial reporting. After that, here is the technique one of fraud prevention, that is internal controls. Basically, the internal controls are important mechanism, are very essential mechanism for preventing fraud, for preventing fraud within an organization. Basically, with the help of internal controls mechanism, we can easily prevent fraud in an organization. They consist of policies and procedures designed to safeguard in the assets. Moreover, these controls ensure reliable financial reporting. Also, they promote compliance with laws and regulations. Also, here is the technique two of fraud prevention, that is regular audits and reviews. Basically, the regular audits and reviews are the measures that involve the systematic examination of an organization's financial records and operations. These audits could be either internal or external. After that, the implementing fraud prevention program. Policy development. Making it clear. Sorry. These are three bullet points of implementing the fraud prevention program. The first one is policy development, second one is employee training, the third one is compliance monitoring. The first, policy development. Basically, in the policy development refers to making the clear, comprehensive, and fraud prevention policies. that define acceptable behaviors and procedures for monitoring and reporting. Uh, After that, the employee training. Basically, the training refers to the regular training sessions which could be conducted by an organization. And the aim of conducting regular training sessions to the employees is to educate their employees on recognizing fraud signs and understanding their roles in prevention. Has a main role in our organization to prevent the fraud, because with the help of regular training sessions to the employees, the chances of fraud detection is increases, which reduces the chances of having a fraud in our organization. The last one is compliance monitoring. Basically, the compliance monitoring is ongoing evaluation to ensure loyalty, to establish policies and effectiveness of the prevention measures. After that, here is the conclusion. And the conclusion refers to the conclusion refers to that. In the conclusion, to manage the frauds effectively, combined detection methods like data monitoring with prevention strategies plays an important role in managing fraud effectively. After that, employ regular audits as a is a key prevention strategy. It is very important strategy because it also have an important role in an organization to prevent the fraud. The third one is that this dual approach helps to protect a company's asset and reputation. As we all know that the assets and the reputation is very valuable for the company. In the first and the foremost important is the reputation of company, because if a company have a good reputation, so they can easily run their business if they have a good reputation. If they have no good reputation, and they can face having a loss in their business, because they can face a lot of problems while running their business. And due to this, the company's reputation is very important, and the dual approach helps to protect the company's assets and the reputation as well as also. In conclusion, the last part is that it ensures long-term success for the organization. As we all know that the aim of the organization is for a long term, not for a short term. Like whenever we run any kind of business, our main motive is to see a long term success in our business, not a short term. Because we all know that running the business is not easy, and we all want to run our business as a long term, and it also ensures that in the long term success for the organization, as I will say. And thank you. So this is my whole presentation. I hope it is very helpful for all of you. If you have any kind of queries, questions related to my presentation or anything, feel free to communicate with me. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.